but I just got to give love to Max Duggan. In this day and age, I think it's incredibly rare to find a young person that has the fortitude to face adversity multiple times and just continue to move forward and towards the goal. And I love Max Duggan's story. This is a guy that has not quit, has battled adversity, both in his own life personally and now in his career as a college quarterback. And he just keeps playing. He just stays the course. You go back to the COVID year. He's been a starting quarterback. He's enjoyed success. He's riding high. I remember those days, right? Like it's great. It should be the time of your life. And because of COVID and because of the scare that COVID was with heart inflammation, everybody started doing EKGs and heart scans for all of these young athletes to see, like, all right, what are we working with here as a baseline as we are trying to play football through the pandemic? That's what was going on in summer of 2020. And Max Duggan, they have an EKG and they find a rare heart issue in Max Duggan that he's had, by the way, since birth. So not COVID related. It's just like you have this weird year where you've got a global pandemic. And so all of a sudden you've got to take, a heart test that you wouldn't normally have to take. And they find an issue in his heart, and he has to go and he has a procedure. He's got to indefinitely leave the team in order to get well and get healthy. So there was some question whether he would ever play football again. And here he is. He comes back. He comes back to the team, and he doesn't just come back. He comes back and becomes the starting quarterback, right? So he persevered through adversity, and it's like, man, what a great story. What a great story. And then guess what happens? He loses his coach. Gary Patterson, whatever happened at TCU happened, right? So whether he was pushed out, fired, resigned, whatever it was, behind closed doors, it happened. His coach, no longer his coach. You know how many players in college football, as soon as that happens, the first thing they do is they enter the transfer portal. Not Max Duggan. He's like, all right, like, what do we got? Who are they going to hire? Sonny Dykes. Okay, Sonny Dykes comes in. I'm going to compete for my job now. Even though I've been a starting quarterback, I'm going to compete for my job. Okay, I'm going to compete for my job. And guess what? They give it to the young kid. So the new staff gives it to Chandler Morris to start the year. So Chandler Morris gets to run out there against Colorado on that first game of the year, and Chandler Morris is playing. They didn't play great in the first half, but you can see Morris is dynamic, and he's got some athletic ability, and, it's pretty good, and this, that, and guess what? He goes down in the game. Well, hey, Max, come on, buddy. Hey, team guy, buddy, pal, don't worry about losing the job. Go out there. And what has he done since then? 16 touchdowns, 1 interception. And last week's game against Oklahoma State encapsulated that entire career arc in one game. They're down multiple scores, and the guy never quits. He just keeps playing, and he just keeps playing as hard as he possibly can. I love Max Duggan. He's one of the reasons why I love college football. I love that he has the fortitude as a young man to deal with adversity and come through it on the other side. And now he's sitting there and they're undefeated in the Big 12. They face K-State this week. I don't know what's going to happen in the Big 12. K-State, TCU, only teams that are undefeated in that conference right now as far as conference play goes. Texas and Oklahoma State each have a loss. You're sitting there and listen, they all could eat themselves, but it's all right in front of him. And for a guy that's dealt with all that adversity, the heart issue, losing a coach, staying, losing his job, staying, coming in there and now competing at the highest level. All these ranked teams in a row. TCU every single week in the gauntlet, and he just continues to play hard. I love it. Max Duggan, I'm a huge fan of you, my friend. I'm a huge fan of you, and good luck the rest of the way.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoy that clip, make sure you click subscribe somewhere down here. From game highlights to exclusive interviews and rankings, we've got everything you need as a college football fan right here, College Football on Fox.